Hey YouTube, welcome to Luke's Amateur Hour. This is the first video in a whole bunch of videos I'm going to do, a series around tools and DIYers doing stuff around the house. This isn't going to be a snap-on channel, this isn't going to be the German tool reviews, great channels, but I wanted to do a channel that filled the gap between the Harbor Freight and the super expensive $120 a ratchet. I wanted to do a channel for the guys who are out there who just need something to get the job done and they don't want it to crap out on them during the job, but they don't need to use it every day. They might only need to use it once a month, that kind of thing. Like Needlenose Pliers, right? A good set of Needlenose Pliers you're going to use a couple times a month if you're just a DIYer, but you want them to last forever. You don't want to have to go buy a new pair because tips are broke or the thing's rusted out and you can't get the stinking thing to open and close properly, or they don't grip anymore, or if you get the side cutters, the blades don't cut anymore. So there's the in-between, right? The in-between market. It's not the German stuff, and I'm sure I'll feature some German stuff here and there. And I'm going to definitely compare with some Harbor Freight and whatnot. But what's good for the money, right? If you only have a couple bucks to do a project, what are you looking at for the money? That's going to be kind of the philosophy of the channel. And I'm going to do some teardowns of stuff that might break. I got a blender on the bench that my kid busted up the pitcher on, so it's not salvageable. So I'm going to take it apart, see if I could salvage the motor, and see if I can get in there and look around. Right? It's just basic stuff. I'll show you how I fixed my pressure washer, did carb rebuild, that kind of stuff. Me personally, obviously my name's Luke, but I don't work with my hands on a daily basis. I have two jobs, but they're thinking jobs. They're talking jobs. They're not sales. Don't call me a salesperson. But they're not. There's little tangible satisfaction in jobs like that, and there's just something about working with tools and spending an hour or two working on a mower or a pressure washer or laying down decking for a new deck, and then stepping back and being able to look at it and go, these did that. That's something that I miss in my job. I love my job. I love both of them. I wouldn't give them up for the world, but every so often it's good to grab a tool and just fix something or make something work that you weren't able to do before. So that's what got me into this stuff. And then looking around on YouTube and online for reviews of stuff, especially this channel locks. I mean, channel locks made here in Pennsylvania, made in the USA. They have been for decades, centuries, I don't know, 100 years, something like that, 140 years. I grew up with a pair of channel locks. Dad would say, get the channel locks. And you knew what he meant. You grabbed the channel locks. Not these channel locks, the brand. Like Kleenex is synonymous with the tissue. Channel lock is synonymous with a pipe wrench, the adjustable pipe wrench. But they're great tools. But there's just not enough on YouTube about those, right? You get the tool porn for German tools. You get the tool porn for mechanics and engineers and stuff like that with the Matco, Mac, and Snap-on and all that other jazz. But what about us home guys, the DIYers who just need to fix a bike or fix a wheelbarrow or something, but don't want to have to buy it every time we do it? So that's going to be the goal of my channel. Show you the tools that I bought and researched and worked out what's good, what's not, what's worth buying. You're not going to see much of a brand allegiance from me because some tools from some brands I will always buy. Always buy the Stanley 25-footer. My old man had one of these in his pocket every day, all day, as I was growing up. And he made a living off of that tool. And so I just would shy away from almost everything else Stanley. But I'm sure there's stuff, so I'll go through what I've had in my experiences. And like I said, the main philosophy is, is it good enough for the home gamer? Is it good enough for the DIYer? Is it good enough that it's not going to break when you're 10 minutes into the job or 30 seconds into the job? So, I decided to start up this channel. I had some inspirations for the channel itself. I've been poking around YouTube for a long time, watching videos. Sorry for the crickets. Watching videos, AVE and Real Tool Reviews and all the other tool review guys out there. Snap-on, the two, Snap-on Junkie and the other guy, the other Snap-on guy, Snap-on Tool Review. Those guys, and even the guys who review the Harbor Freight stuff, right? And I'm like, I think I could do that. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not a mechanic. I don't have the background. And then this guy, Mike's Tool Shed. Mike started a channel, and he's an electrician. He's in the trades. He knows his stuff. But I saw that. I'm like, yeah, he's doing what I like. I like his style. I like the way he's going at it. I think he's got a really good approach to this whole thing. And something he said in one of his videos is, if you think you can do it, just freaking do it already. And so this is me just freaking doing it already. I'm also going to avoid cursing in this. I got a school-age daughter. I want to be able to participate without being influenced by, well, Dad says it. So, by the way, I will always shill for Trogs. Best brewery in the world, if you ask me. This isn't my favorite beer. There's Hopback Amber, but it's freaking awesome. So with that said, this is just an intro video. I got some other videos planned. I got a dozen, almost 20 videos planned on stuff I'm going to review. This is going to be one of my big reviews. I'm going to do this. This is let's see. I don't have autofocus on this camera, so excuse me while I focus. This is the Channel Lock pick set. It comes with 4 picks. Bought it on Amazon. Acetate handles. I think it really needs a review. I think it really needs a review because I bought it on Amazon. There's no size reference. And like, that's small. It's a small screwdriver handle, right? I mean, it's a dink, and I had no clue. They work great. They're useful. I've used them to great success in the things I needed them to that no other tool in my shop, my garage, my toolbox, nothing else worked. These worked. But I want to compare them because they're, I think, triple the price. They're $11, but they're triple the price of the Harbor Freight version. So I'm going to go grab some Harbor Freight ones and take a look. Is $4 enough for Harbor Freight, or $5, whatever? Or do you want to spring the $11 for the nice acetate handles? And I got a feeling it'll come down to handle composition on that one, but we'll see. And then this one, this has got to be, I don't want to call it my favorite tool, but a good pair of Needlenose Pliers has got to be the most useful tool that I've ever had. I mean, growing up on roofs and doing guttering, doing construction, framing out a house, whatever it happened to be, yeah, hammers are useful, tape measures are useful, but I'll be damned if I don't go anywhere in my house, around my house, doing a project, I throw these guys in the tool pouch, in the tool bag. Hanging Christmas lights, working on a carburetor, a good pair of Needlenose Pliers are awesome. I have 3 pair. These are the nicest pair, so I have 2 other pair. A pair of Needlenose Pliers are great, but if you get a good pair that you like and they're comfortable and they're the right size, I need a couple more sizes, right? But if they're the right size, they're awesome. And these are made by Channel Lock, so made in the USA, Western PA, I believe it is. So definitely can't recommend these enough. They're fantastic. And that's all I had. This is just an intro video. Expect more to come. I got a package in the mail. Should be coming tomorrow from Casey Tools. Mike's Tool Shed. Thanks a bunch. You got me on that, and it took forever, but I finally pulled the trigger on a couple things to upgrade some of my screwdrivers. So I'll do a comparison between all my screwdriver sets, because I do use screwdrivers a bit when I'm doing housework. Around the house, doing upgrading electrical stuff and whatnot. I have a couple different screwdrivers I use, so I'll do a review of all the different screwdrivers coming up. So That's it for now. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. This won't be an hour. This isn't an hour. This is just Luke being an amateur and talking for a couple minutes at a time. Thanks a bunch for tuning in.